Alright, we're going to get started with parts 2 and part 3 in this video. This will be the bulk of the lesson, as this involves learning to play the game, and then actually playing it with your partner. The way this game is set up is to teach you to be able to identify certain scenarios from certain models. You should be somewhat familiar with the scenarios, as you've already read them here in the green group packet, and here in the purple group packet. One of you, that being you and your partner, is going to be the green player, and one is going to be the purple player. You should decide amongst yourselves who's going to be green and who's going to be purple. The purple group player will be playing for the purple team, and the green group will be playing for the green team. Your goal for each team is to go ahead and set up some models for your scenarios. In the green group, you can choose scenario A, B, C, or D, and then turn these scenarios into models. You can do this in paper with the blank model that I'm showing here. There's 4 in total in your packet. Or you can do that with the modeling tool, which you'll find in step 3. So let's go ahead and move to step 3 and talk about that now. So once you've decided between yourselves who the green and purple player is, and you as your own player have decided which kind of model you want to build, you can go ahead and open this modeling tool. It's just like the modeling tool we've seen 100 times before, and you're going to build a scenario. Let's do an example. Let's go ahead and go back to the reading, and let's suppose I'm in the green group. Let's do section B. Section B says, model what molecules could be in John's cells since he didn't eat breakfast. Okay, so this question seems pretty simple on the surface. It wants me to model what the molecules of John's cells will look like if he didn't eat breakfast, so there's no food in his stomach. Let's read the rest of it before I continue. When you don't eat breakfast, you can feel very tired because your cells are not getting the molecules from food that they need to function. Glucose and amino acid molecules that come from food. Glucose is broken down from larger starch molecules, and amino acids are broken down from larger protein molecules. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and try and model this now as an example. So in the modeling tool, the first thing I have to do is recognize that my body always has some things, like amino acids and glucose in it. Otherwise, it just would stop functioning altogether. So I'm going to add a couple of these here so my partner can realize that this person isn't sick, they just haven't eaten anything in a while. So as I'm building this, I'm immediately noting what kind of things are missing. Things like oxygen need to be here in the lungs. There should be some in the blood vessels also, as I need those in the cells of my body to make energy. And there should be some water here too, as that's made whenever the cells make energy also. I'll add amino acid and glucose. The last thing I'll add is a couple pieces of fiber, just so I can round it out with all of my options here. And we'll notice immediately that my model is more or less done. I can be a little more safe and add more oxygen if I like, but I don't necessarily have to. So if I were to show this model to my partner, I would hope my partner would see a couple of things. The first thing they would see is that this person has oxygen in their lungs, they have energy in their body, and food in their circulatory system. But the most important thing I would hope they would see is that there's nothing in the digestive system. There's no food, none in the stomach, none in the small intestine. So then my partner, who is playing for the purple team, will look through the green scenarios, A, B, C, and D, and go through them one at a time. Model what molecules could be in Julia's cells after she ran. Well, if it was just after she ran, she'd have to follow all the rules inside here, which means she'd probably have some food in her. They'd go to section B and say, model what molecules could be in John's cells since he didn't eat breakfast. Ah, didn't eat breakfast. That means there's no cells in his stomach or digestive system. My partner would look at this, look back at their model, look back at my model, and say, obviously, it's section B, because there's no food here in the digestive system. Once they've done that, you can go ahead and take your own turn, or then you'll model and show it to them and repeat the process back and forth. You'll do this until you've done at least 3 models each, and then when you're done, you'll move on to section 4, which we'll discuss in the next video.